From the office of Kelly Legacy Estates, personal jurisdiction is not automatic, it must attach, and it attaches through structure, not assumption. A court acquires personal jurisdiction through proper service of process, sufficient minimum context, voluntary appearance. Miss one of those, authority collapses. But misunderstand one, and you cure the defect yourself. Let's examine the mechanics. Service is the formal notice mechanism. Without lawful service, there is no compelled obligation to respond. The Supreme Court in Murphy Bros. Incorporated versus Machete Pipe Stringing Incorporated clarified that procedural timelines are triggered by formal service, not mere notice. Service is not rumor. It is not mailing without proof. It is not awareness. It is formal delivery in compliance with rule. If service is defective, personal jurisdiction has not attached. But here's the pivot. If you appear and argue the merits before objecting, you may waive the defect. An appearance is participation. Once you invoke the court's power for relief, you may be deemed to have submitted to its authority. This principle is embedded in procedural systems such as Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 12. Certain defenses, including lack of personal jurisdiction, must be raised in the first response of pleading or by motion. Fail to raise them, they are waived, not spiritually, procedurally. Historically, parties could enter a special appearance solely to challenge jurisdiction. No argument on merits, no request for relief, only the objection. The doctrine stems from early jurisdictional limits discussed in Penoria versus Neff. The rule was simple. If you came only to contest power, you did not consent to it. Modern procedure in many jurisdictions has absorbed the special appearance concept into Rule 12 motions. But the underlying principle remains. Object first, argue later. Reverse that order, and you may cure the defect yourself. Personal jurisdiction also arises from sufficient connection to the forum. The Martin test was articulated in International Shoe Company versus Washington. The standard: does maintaining the suit offend traditional notions of fair play and substantial justice? Contacts must be purposeful, not random, not unilateral, and not accidental. But even here, waiver mechanics apply. You can forfeit objections to minimum contacts by failing to timely assert them. Waiver is procedural surrender. It occurs when you file an answer without raising jurisdictional objection. You seek affirmative relief. You litigate merits before objecting. You miss the Rule 12 window. Procedure is hierarchical. Jurisdictional objections sit at the front. If you bypass the threshold and move into argument, you signal submission. Courts interpret conduct, not intention. Personal jurisdiction is not defeated by rhetoric. It is defeated by proof of defective service, proof of insufficient contacts, timely filed objection, clear limitation of appearance. The record must reflect the objection, not conversation, not frustration, the record. From the office, most people do not lose on the law, they lose on sequence. First, challenge authority. Second, preserve objection. Third, only then address merits if necessary. Personal jurisdiction is mechanical. If you appear incorrectly, you manufacture authority. That is doctrine.